have all our plugins installed. Now it's time to do some general setup things. So let's go to settings. There's a few things we need to do in here. We've already been to the general screen, but if there's anything you want to change in here, this is the time. Okay, we can go to writing now. And what you can do in here is you can change the ping list if you want. I've given you a ping list with the series, and what you can do is just paste the entire ping list into here. Okay, so here it is. All you have to do is just copy all this in, just highlight it, copy, and then just paste it in here. Okay, so at this point we'll just save the changes. Okay, and that's all set up. Okay, now let's go to reading. Now, this is where you could set a home page. You don't want to do this using the PhotoBlog plugin, so you're going to want to leave that as it is. What you can do is show how many posts you want to show on a page. If you want to change that from 10, you can do that. And how many are going to show in the syndicated feeds. Also, in your syndicated feed, you can decide whether you want to send full text or a summary. Okay, leave this at UTF-8. And if you made any changes here, you save those changes. Discussion, this is important. This is our comments. Now remember, we activated the Akismet plugin, so that'll look after a lot of the spam for us. But you want to decide if you're going to allow comments, and it's probably a good idea that you do. So make sure that you set this appropriately. Now I suggest that you uncheck the first two here, attempt to notify any blogs, link to from within the article, and allow link notifications from other blogs. You want to allow people to post comments on new articles. Okay, comment author must fill out name and email. What I like to do is make sure that they're registered. So I unclick that and I click users must be registered and logged in to comment. Okay, and then if you want to be notified on comments, and what I suggest you do is make sure that the comments are held for moderation. Okay, so an administrator must always approve the comment. This will make sure that a bunch of crap doesn't get onto your blog. Now that's entirely up to you. If you don't want to take the time to do it, you can uncheck it, but you might get some stuff on your blog that you don't want on there. The comment author must have a previously approved comment. If you're going to moderate them anyway, you can uncheck that one. Down here you can fill out your blacklists and your moderation queue. Everything's going into the moderation queue anyway, so you can avoid having anything even show up in there by putting words in the blacklist such as prescription, Viagra, that kind of thing you could put in here. Okay, down here we have avatars. So you just set this the way you want the avatars to be handled. It's pretty self-explanatory here. We'll save our changes here. Media. Okay, this is just the size of the thumbnails and so on in post. We're not going to need to worry about that because we're going to have that handled by the PhotoBlogging plugin. Okay, privacy. We should have already set this. We did on the install. I'd like my blog to be visible to everyone, including the search engines like Google, Bing, Technorati. Make sure that that is set if you want your blog to be able to be seen by the search engines. Okay, permalinks. We already did this in a previous step. Okay, this is your upload file. Now, a little while ago, I had a message that said my uploads directory was not found. You probably noticed that at the end of the last video. So what you have to do is make sure that you have inside WP content a file called uploads, a folder called uploads that's writable. So let me show you how to do that. We're going to open up FileZilla again. Okay, we're going to go to the public HTML directory. Then what we need to do is go to WP-content, and you'll see that there's no uploads directory in here. Actually, if we just, let me show you the message that I was talking about here. Let's go back to dashboard. Okay, so our WordPress uploads directory doesn't exist. That's what it's talking about. So all we have to do is right click, create a directory called uploads, and then select the directory, do a file attributes, make this 777. Click OK. And then you have that installed. Okay, if we were to refresh this now, Okay, so the yet another PhotoBlog plugin created some stuff inside there. Don't worry about that too much because that happens automatically once you have that directory created. Okay, so let's go back where we were here. And if we want to change the name of the uploads directory, this is where we can do it. I don't suggest you do that. Now what we need to do is delete the garbage that's on here right now. Okay, automatically during the install it put a hello world post on here. Let's trash that. And it also put pages on here. Okay, let's trash that. Okay, now we have a blank blog. So the first time we make a post, what will happen is it's going to set up our sitemap for us. And remember before that we didn't actually create the sitemap at first because it was just garbage in here. So we want to make sure that we have valid stuff in here. Okay, the one other thing we want to do is set the way we want our blog to look. Now you probably aren't going to want to use this particular template here. So what we can do is we can download a new one. Okay, so what we do is go to add new theme. And you can pick any theme that you want, but I'll show you one that I really like. It's called Life Thoughts. So we can just put that in here, Life Thoughts. Now, of course, you don't have to follow what I like here. You can do anything you want. You could search on PhotoBlog, see if there's any PhotoBlog themes that you want to use. You can use any theme you want. It doesn't have to be one for photoblogging. Okay, we're not finding it that way. Let's try PhotoBlog. So you can use one of these if you liked. I'm still not finding what I want here. Let's try it this way. Okay, here it is here, Life Thoughts. This is the one I like to use. Of course, again, just pick one that you like and go with that. But I'm going to use this one for my example here, so I'm going to install. Click Install now. And proceed. Okay, and then we can just activate the theme that we choose here. Okay, our blog is now all set up. Now the last thing we need to do is set up the PhotoBlog plugin and start photoblogging. And we're going to do that in the next video.